opposed to me being stuck in a ladder.
Alright, we are live. Good evening.
Good evening.
I don't... Okay. I like the energy. I like it. Well, come on.
Where's the flap? There it is.
I like the energy.
Good evening.
But you need to take that...
Good evening.
Good evening.
You need to... So I see... Okay, you probably see it, but you're at a 10 right now. I need you at like a 2.
2 Ds.
Fucking hate you.
Welcome to Baja Cast 11. It's a much more tame version of 10.
It's the next
Yeah, you're right. We got merch.
Tony's
We
house
got
today.
fucking red grape bikinis.
They're in the works. They're in the...
Currently in the works.
But thank you everyone for joining. Tony will take it away while I adjust all this.
So we've launched merch today, which is probably the biggest thing I got to bring to the table.
And what'd you do to your shoes?
Oh, I fried them. Yeah, I put them in the... I went to the deli and I just threw them in there. That's it. I wore them for the rest of the day, but... yeah. Yeah, that's all I got, really. What do you want me to talk about with the merch? What do you want to let them know?
I guess I should say a few things about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Miss Ann. Sorry, I did it. I have my own merch. Fuck you. I made it.
I'm so fucking proud of you, Tim.
Said I warned him out to nothing. Look at me now. I'm wearing a Santa hat.
I can't.
I'm wearing a Santa hat.
I can't explain the pride I feel for you, Tim.
Fuck yeah, it's there. It has. I don't have my name, but it has a name on it that represents me. And I think that's pretty cool. And Will bought it without knowing it.
The fact that our names are on some kind of thing that people are going to be wearing is like really like weird, but also I'm kind of proud.
I'm gonna go into every mall now. I'm just gonna walk into like the fucking like Hot Topic and like no Boicom.
Throw my merch on the table.
No Boicom clothing. Okay, we'll walk out.
Cringe.
You're not with the shits I see. And then the manager with their 80 nose piercings will be like, "Oh, I must get it."
80. That's
somebody has interrupted me from pondering this orb.
Someone has interrupted me from pondering these pogs I have.
So yeah, I immediately told everybody.
God, fuck. Me and Tony ran a tiny crusade through every server we have. And
It's fucking hilarious. We like brought up dead servers and like we're like, hey, we started a cult.
Come join our cult.
Come on down.
It's kind of funny. You should join. Can I put the Santa hat on the Christmas tree?
Hey guys, you do whatever the fuck you want.
There it is.
I have to actually watch Tim's stream to see his face.
Yeah, you can't see my face through Discord because it won't let me have my face on Discord and Streamlabs at the same time because it fucking hates me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Listen, should be good.
Will's cooking Bobucks.
I'm making fucking cookies. I don't know
making fucking cookies.
He just sent me a recipe, and I'm like, all right.
Nice.
God, he fucking.
Nice. You're getting in there. You're getting in there.
That was just fucking.
Fine. That's not against TOS. We're good.
They paralyzed him. He couldn't move.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
That's not against TOS. We're fine.
I think that was a pressure point.
So
stun locked his ass.
So I told my mom, and I put on Twitter her reaction, and it was very limp, to say the least. I thought my mom would be a little bit more like, "Hey, cool, all right, I'll buy something," but no, she was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I was like, "All right, thanks, Ma." My dad jumped immediately and was like, "I'll absolutely get one, whatever the fuck he got. I don't know if he even got anything. He might have been just lying to my face."
Go straight to your face.
I let my friends know. They obviously got a bunch of shit. I let Seth know today. And his reaction was probably my favorite because It was immediate, like it was like 6 emotions, in like a span of 5 seconds, and it was just beautiful to watch the human mind go through that much in that amount of time over you.
All the stages of grief.
Because it was like happiness and then grief and then jealousy and then anger and then just
John, we have merch.
Tim, are you calling my boyfriend right now?
No, I was calling John. I lost my phone. I fell. I'm sorry, Tony. Go ahead. I was telling John we have merch.
So he immediately turns to me and goes, "Fuck you." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Fuck you." He's like, let me see the fucking merch. So I show him it. And he's like, he's got a really scrunched up face and he's going fucking, no. He's like about to walk out and I go, no, get the fuck back over here. I'm like, you gotta walk me through what's going on in your body right now. And he's like, it looks really cool and I'm really happy for you and I'm gonna support you and I might get something. I don't know. He's probably gonna get something. And he's just going through denial. And he just goes, but it makes me mad. I'm like, why? He's like, because your name is on a shirt. And I see your name enough in Halo, in Call of Duty, in every fucking game I play, everything. You're always above me and it pisses me off. And I'm like,
and now you're on a shirt.
I'm like, well, just wear my name. It'll get used to it, I guess.
Yeah, or wear mine if you want to see someone that's one layer below RxD Grave. That's one level.
At least one layer.
I'll tell you whose merch is selling faster.
My merch sold first. I'm first, baby.
Yeah, on accident.
I'm numero uno.
Yeah. Will didn't look at the terms of service.
USA.
What?
What? Well, one of the reasons there are 7 Boicom realms. What?
Oh, Tony, I don't know why that reminded me, but I gotta send you something.
Okay.
Hello, welcome in, Shoshunga.
So, yeah, Seth's reaction was pretty fucking funny because he was just really mad because he was already he's sick enough of seeing me.
I've yet to play with Seth, but I've heard.
You played with him, I'm pretty sure.
I have.
I think you have. You might not have known, but
I simply
think
did not know.
you have.
I simply had no fucking idea.
I love it.
So anyway,
I did invite him to the server, so he should be. He might join.
Should be in the vicinity.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, thank you everyone who has ordered stuff or is planning on ordering stuff.
Great bikinis.
Yeah, we're working on the bikinis now.
Look, if you don't get the bikinis, I can't support you guys.
What about red grave lingerie?
I didn't see lingerie on there, but I'm working on the bikini right now. It's.
Look,
I'm going through it.
I'll buy it for Sean, and he can wear it on the stream.
I mean, if Sean wants to wear lingerie,
I mean, I've seen what he's packing.
what better than me on your ass?
What better than me?
I would love to see Tony on my boyfriend's ass.
I would love to see me on your boyfriend's ass too.
You want to see Tony on my ass?
Let me own all your boyfriend's ass.
Tony's gonna be on men's asses everywhere.
I'm gonna be on men's asses everywhere.
There is an underwear option. I was looking at.
I'm gonna be as much of a household name as Fruit of the fucking Loom.
We are planning on getting Tony neutered, so we got that going for us as well. That's going on a shirt as well. It's just in all caps. Tony is neutered.
No. Wait.
I need somebody to clip Tony's reaction to that because it was beautiful.
I don't want to be
Tony,
neutered.
you gotta do it for the bit. Come on, it'll be funny.
You're gonna call up it's just for the meme, bro. Come on,
it's just for the meme.
Tony's over here like, haha, that's funny. Wait,
hey, where'd you get those scissors?
What are you doing with that hacksaw?
Speaking of saws, do you hear that Ash Williams, Paul Blart is not playing Ash Williams anymore?
I did.
Whatever his name is, I forget it.
Mostly because Paul Blart doesn't play Ash Williams. Bruce Campbell does.
Campbell Soup.
And you put some fucking respect on his name. He called me a greaseball.
Joe Smo Panda. Pog was here.
That's my man, Joe.
Joe!
Let's go. Good evening.
Is that the one that ordered all the hats?
Uh-huh.
Joe! Let's
That's
go!
my man.
Let's go!
Oh, yeah. I got the light
Tim
you
just
sent
fucking
me.
gone.
Hey, you know, you should...
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey,
Oh, you got
should-
the link I sent you?
You should buy the...
Yes, I did. I'm gonna look
Good.
into it after
you
the
should
stream,
get the
though. That's
Boicom
alright.
hat as, too, as well.
Yeah,
while
you're
at it,
good.
you know?
I will say, I know somebody who ordered from there, and it's really good. That's all I'm gonna say about it.
Order
I will
from
look
her?
into it.
And, oh, you're the one who got the neon light, too? That
Mhm.
thing's fucking amazing. It scared the shit out of Tony. It was so funny.
It was very funny.
First time I plugged it in, the first time I plugged it in, it was like a flashbang, but red.
A red bang?
Red bang.
Oh, we're making only energy drink. We're making red bang.
So like I had it. There's no other way to turn it on than plugging it in. Like now I have batteries, so my remote I can just fucking turn it off and on. But the first time I had no fucking idea how the goddamn thing worked or how to set it up or anything. So I was just like, oh, here goes nothing. And I was pain, nothing but
Fucking flashbang yourself.
banger though. I really fucking like it, especially with the low lighting now, because
looks
before
really
with
good.
it being bright as shit.
Yasa, I feel that. I feel that. Those 3 dots. I feel
Felt that, brother.
Is that a link? There probably was a link, and that's what it did to it. We can't post links here, but we can post a link to the. Am I right? Good? Am I right? Here,
I hate him.
I'll give you this in celebration of 11 episodes. Boom! Look at that.
Spent hours trying to find one. I can't the website that you found it from. So by the way, I should probably explain what happened when this came in. I was at work, and I get a text, and they're like, "Oh, lights came in for you," and I'm like, "What? I never ordered any lights. What are you talking about?" And we just eventually it came down to just let's open it up and see what happens. Maybe it's a bomb,
As it should.
as it should be. So open it up and it comes out that it's this, and immediately I'm like, that's a lot of fucking money. That's a big sign. There's a lot of things going on in my head right now, and immediately I start asking everybody.
Who did this?
I asked everybody.
I was so confused when you messaged me, because when you did message me, you're like, "Oh, did you get the neon sign?" And I was thinking of the graphics for the shirt, and I'm like, no, it hasn't come in yet.
No.
And then you showed me this fucking massive sign.
How big is it, by the way?
It's pretty fucking decent. It almost takes up my desk.
Put
so
your arm next
it's-
to it, like lay your forearm
Yeah,
next
yeah,
to it.
put your-
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
You gotta imagine Tony's
It's
arm
at least
is
like 2 of my arms.
Yeah, his arm's like 2 inches, so you gotta put that in perspective.
I didn't get a note in a package. I didn't get an invoice. I didn't get anything. So the only thing that I could go off of was that somebody, 1, knew my address, 2, liked me enough to spend that much money on me, and 3, that I might die.
It's
So-
radiation.
They literally hit you with that good evening.
And they didn't even just hit you with your name. They hit you with your gamer tag name.
Yeah. So that kind of helped me narrow it down, actually, because I didn't think it was you.
Oh yeah, I would have
What?
put RX
I was-
Grave.
I was covering my bases
Oh,
because
I
I
put,
knew
like-
that you would have done an X.
Yeah, I would put that or Munchkin.
Munchkin.
I'm gonna fucking get you a fat ass neon sign. I'm gonna get you just one that just says lard.
It just says, just big.
Hey, I can help you with his address. Just let me
This
know.
Wait,
sign
wait.
is to scale. That's what I'll do. This sign is to scale.
You should just give me a weight scale.
So I'm panicking over it. I'm trying to ask everybody. I asked my parents. I asked my sister. I think. I don't know. Actually, I don't think I did. Because that bitch wouldn't spend the money on me. Love her to death.
She's in the sink.
I asked a bunch of my friends, and then when I came home, you know what's funny, Joe, is like I had the whole day I was like, it might be somebody from home. It might be, but for some reason, would just talked myself out of the possibility of it happening. And I just didn't even bother because I was like, it probably wasn't one of them, and it's all right. But whatever. And you fucking message me right when I get home, and you're like, "Did you get a package?" I'm like, "This motherfucker."
Motherfucker.
I'm like, "This motherfucker." I was so mad, but thank you. Thank you so much. It's genuinely like, I think it's fucking awesome. It's a heater.
I'll be right back. Heidi is giving me the look.
This thing is an actual heater. On God.
You should get some like marshmallows and put it over it. It's Christmas.
Oh yeah, honestly, God, I could roast it.
Will's gonna cook his cookies on that. He's gonna
But,
put
yeah.
a tray on it.
This is one of the fucking coolest things I've ever fucking seen. On God, and I was really worried that it wouldn't look good with this going on, or that I would have to hammer it up on the wall or something. But this turned out really well.
I hate to cut in. I think I think I saw Will take a shot of vanilla extract. I think he just like drank straight vanilla extract right in front of me, and I'm a little scared.
Did you? You fucking built different, bro. Don't do that.
I took a shot of it.
Bro, you crazy. What are you
was
doing?
Thirsty.
Oh no, honey, what are you doing?
You should have put RXG Grave. You should have fucked with him.
You should have misspelled it.
Either one you did, Joe, it would have been perfect. I'd have been happy with either one, honest to God.
What if he sent you Boicom?
Oh,
I'd have been pissed.
I would have been so fucking happy. Oh my God.
I would have done an on-screen smashing of that fucking thing. I'd have busted that motherfucker. I'd be like, this thing is so fat, I can't even swing it.
It's in the mail next. Oh God. Fucking, you get a knock on your door, fucking Dark Souls music playing.
God damn. But thank you again. If I haven't sung your praises enough, Joe, thank you.
No, Joe, you're goated.
You're an absolute legend.
The hats. The fucking hats, dude. That...
Joe's a fucking legend.
Joe, you might be schmo, but in the end, you panda. Thank you. Fucking... Don't laugh at that.
Alright, I got you.
What the fuck does that mean?
What do you mean? It's self-explanatory.
You're gonna rip his cock
I
off.
gain a sign. He gains a reach around.
He gets to neuter you.
He gets the good old Johnny Guns.
Gets to unload Johnny's magazine, you know what I'm saying?
You get to see Johnny's special fucking collection.
I didn't win no November. God.
In a 1991 testes.
I fucking don't want to reward you with a laugh from that, you fucker.
So there is something I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to do signed merch.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I want to get a few of our shirts and our hats. I want to sign them, and during a podcast, I want to do a giveaway.
Okay.
I feel like that would be fucking baller as shit. Is that more vanilla extract?
No, that's the Red Bull.
That's Red Bull?
Yeah.
Dr. Red Bull? What the fuck do you say? What'd you mix it with? Oh, vodka Red Bull. I said Dr. Red Bull, like Dr. Pibb or whatever.
I wouldn't
Dr.
mind
Pepper.
sending something personal with the things. That'd be cool.
No, I would love to. I would love to do signed giveaways.
I never, honestly, God, it's so weird. That's even weird to me.
What, doing
Signing
stuff?
something.
You might, okay, think of it now. Think of it,
Think of it like this. You can sign it, and you can package it, and send it out. A couple days later, a man gets up out of his mansion, tired, goes out to his mail, gets his mail bag, and he sees a package. And he's like, "What's this?" And he opens it up, and and it has a note on it with a shirt, and it says, "Dear Mr. Campbell, fuck you too, signed Greaseball."
Motherfucker, I made it.
No, it just says greaseball on it.
No, not even signed with an actual bit of grease on the paper.
Just slathered in my hair a little bit. As for you, Mr. Campbell.
It's like, what the fuck do you mean good morning?
He's like, who the fuck is this guy?
The fuck do you mean good evening? The fuck do you mean?
The fuck's a good evening?
Why does it sound so sinister, like a cult or something?
Eh, it's always...
It's so weird.
That fucking cats. Hold on.
If Bruce Campbell ever bought my merch, I'd literally shit.
If anyone bought my merch, I'd shit. I'm literally
I'm already
shitting.
shitting. I've been shitting all day.
God.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy.
No, but I would love to do sign.
What we also do is that you should take the stupid shit we say and put it into like inspirational quotes and put it on wooden boards. And sell those.
It's not a bad idea. Get it burned
It's not a
into
bad
like
idea.
get it burned into a piece of wood.
Half of everything Tim says can be put in a fucking board.
Yeah, Shishunga.
I mean,
There you go.
I'd be cool having like a board above my office saying like Ratmar for mayor.
I was about to say, can we get some not gangster? Can we get some like GTA loading screens of like Ratmar and Johnny Guns for a T-shirt?
Wait,
Yeah, I know, right?
wait a minute. That'd be kind of dope.
Or just the whole fucking server crew.
Get the squad. It's just GTA loading screen. The
Get
whole
the-
fucking shindig.
Or
Like in there.
just
I
the
don't
Baja
remember the-
fucking mafia. That'd be
The
pretty
last
good.
time I was on, I joined the Mafia, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you're still there.
You were a clown.
Oh, you
I
are
know,
a
but I
clown.
think I had switched to the Mafia because the clowns got taken over or something.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we officially made me part of the Mafia though.
Doesn't matter anymore because we're
It
starting
It
over.
doesn't matter now.
It doesn't matter. You probably did better than JJ did.
Hey, JJ, Matt.
JJ made everybody mad.
What did he do? What happened?
It's a Eminem reference.
I'm. Oh, I haven't listened to MM in a while.
So yeah, shirts, hats. Tony's getting neutered. This is all
Yeah?
fantastic.
Yes. What do you think you're coming to visit for in February? Fuck.
As soon as you get to the airport, we're just sitting there with a fucking bunch of scissors.
All wearing good evening shirts.
Hey, how's your flight? How you feeling? How's your
Alright.
balls?
God, he's giving that fucking 1,000-yard stare.
I don't want to go.
You don't have a choice, Tony.
Oh, I want to go.
I'm
You
going.
know, come to
Look, we're
Texas.
going to Korean barbecue
I don't
after,
wanna
if
do no
that
more.
helps.
I won't do this no more.
No more.
We're going to Korean barbecue after, if that helps.
What are we actually planning to do for February?
I have so much stuff I want to get done.
I do want to go to the zoo and the aquarium with you guys.
Sorry.
I do want to go and do Korean barbecue. But I haven't figured out a whole lot of everything to do yet.
I want to go to round 1. I want to go to Andretti's. Go
I would love to
karting.
go to Andretti's. I think
Oh.
Tony would have fun.
We're gonna get tattoos. We're gonna go
I can't
to.
afford that. I would love to.
I mean,
I'm just thinking a good evening tattoo might be kind of nice. Anyways, fucking.
Actually, hold up. Wait, I like
don't
that.
tell me because this good evening thing is getting the branding style. And
Did they put out like the patent for this now?
yeah, we got it on it. We got it on a T-shirt now. I don't know, man. We're getting serious.
Should I reach out to my lawyers and get this thing
Might,
get a little
have
trademark
to.
after it?
I think we might have to. I'm at the trademark good evening.
Shit. What else we could do? Definitely want to build a Gundam or something. I want to fucking drink.
Oh, yeah,
I do want to get some. Tony already knows what I'm planning to get from my buddy Jared. But I do want to, even though I don't drink, I do want to have some drinks. Because especially if Lexi's coming to visit too, because it's also her birthday.
Yeah, I hate alcohol, but for the meme, it's funny.
For the boys, you will be drinking.
Yeah. Shauna, are you drinking a sour apple at Mountain Dew?
Yes. Good evening.
Thank you.
Fuck are you doing, brother?
He's having a stroke.
It's
You
it's
good?
It's sour.
He has at least 3 strokes a day. I swear to God.
It's
Okay.
sour. I couldn't help it. Also, if you yell loud enough, it'll heat the air. If it heats the air, it can help cook his cookies faster.
Fun little tidbit.
Yeah.
My Mountain Dew Baja Blast, like stockpile.
Reserve.
It's expiring soon.
When does it expire?
It says January 31st, 2022.
Whatever ones you don't want to bring with you, I'll happily take them all in February.
Yeah, same here.
Past the expiration.
I'm gonna-
really give a fuck.
I'm gonna see if I can take any down and stuff.
Oh, right, liquid.
But
Oh,
I don't know.
fuck.
I might have to just fucking deal and just drink it.
I mean,
So-
you could. I mean, it says expired, but it's fine.
I mean, I could probably kill 3 more cases in 2 months.
I'm gonna clip that. I could
Me
probably
and-
kill.
Me and Sean usually go through like 2 or 3 cases in like a week. I'm surprised that
What?
our 4 have lasted.
I've like
For a
cut
month.
down on soda like a shit ton, and I'm actually super happy about it.
Yeah, I feel so good.
Yeah.
I just drink bangs now.
You feel better about that shit, don't you?
Huh?
You feel better after you put that shit out, don't you?
Yeah, I feel a little bit better. I've been drinking mostly water. I've even cut out coffee a little bit.
Yeah.
I haven't drank that in a few more days actually.
I don't know the last time I've had a coffee, to be honest.
I've on the like I'm not against drinking soda. I just try not to if I can help it.
I get you. Before I started working my current job, I wasn't drinking a whole lot of soda, but now I can fucking kill it because I'm exhausted and I just want something to bring me joy.
I used to like drink like 3 or 4 a day, and I didn't think that was too bad. But eventually, I was just like, I'm gonna just keep trying to drink water because maybe that'll be healthier for me. And What?
Joe just
What?
subscribed with Prime.
Mama,
Joe,
Hell yeah, let's go.
you could have
my
gotten
man.
another shirt. Wait, it's Prime. You could have gotten another shirt.
that's my man.
Motherfucker.
That's my boy.
Oh.
Look at that shit. Love to see it.
Ew, I accidentally opened Origin. Help.
God.
Help. Help.
But I keep the Bajas for the Thursday podcasts.
Hell yeah. If Sean was
As
here,
you should.
he would be like, at the ooh, He would too. I do actually have some talking points from last week I didn't get to, which
Hit me.
I could get to now, because so much happened last time. The fuck?
It's all good, Joe. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
All good. You take it easy, Joe.
Yeah.
I just have one that
Say
says
hi.
cigarette baby arm.
Cigarette and baby arm.
Cigarette
What?
and baby arm.
No, that's all. Why did I write that down?
I want to get.
Why
Oh!
did you write
Oh, okay. I was thinking it'd be funny where it's like, why is my ashtray screaming? And it's like cigarette on the baby. Okay. It
I
was
don't know
funny
if
in
you
my
guys heard.
head.
Sean said hi.
Hi,
Okay.
Sean.
Hey, Sean. Hey,
Sean.
how's it going?
He's gone. He fucking left.
Oh, all right, bye, Sean.
Shauna.
Yeah.
You're our guest today. Look at you.
I am. Hi.
What'd you get for Black Friday? Well, you're not a
I
guest.
got
You live
Sean's
here.
Christmas gift.
Which do not discuss on stream. 'cause-
We're gonna discuss
God,
this.
I don't-
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? You can. He doesn't watch this.
No, he doesn't. I don't think he's ever
could-
watched a single piece of content we post.
I could tell him not to just not watch it.
No, that'll make
won't
him watch
listen.
it.
No, he'll watch it. He'll be
No,
like,
he doesn't want to know what his gift is yet for whatever reason.
okay, that's cool. Here, look, I'll mute you. You're muted now. Tell me. I can't hear you on stream. No one can hear you on stream. Go for it. Okay. Alright, I'm muted. Everyone can hear you now.
I'll actually
Don't
send you
say
guys a
it!
picture.
Don't say it!
Okay, all right.
I'm just gonna send you guys a
fair.
picture.
That's fair. That'll work.
Well, what'd you get? You're cooking up. What is that? Is that beef jerky? What'd you get for Friday Night Funkin'? What'd you get on Friday, Black Friday?
I didn't get shit on Black Friday. I got shit faced.
My man.
My
I was in Chicago for a week, dude. I was just drunk the entire time.
Holy shit, brother. Felt that.
Fuck yeah.
I didn't have to be a DD. It was fucking awesome.
That sounds beautiful.
No, the best part was that her dad was driving us around, and he took us to a restaurant the night before we left, It was like really fancy. I got like a rack of like lamb and shit. It was awesome.
Ooh.
So I also got 2 Long Islands and a shot of Jameson.
Mama.
So I was pretty fucked. And so we're sitting in the car, and I'm sitting here. I'm like, man, I can't wait to fucking go hang out with like Tony and them again. And then I start giggling.
That's how it ends.
And her
He
dad,
just thought of us and he started fucking cracking up.
her dad was like, hey, like, are you good? Do you need
And
water?
then he muttered in a drunken slur, "Good evening."
No, dude, even better. I was like, hey, like, I know you lent us your car and it had some problems, like the AC or like the radio didn't work and this and that. But what are you going to do about the DN that's in the back of your car? And he was like, what's the DN? And I leaned forward to the driver's seat and I'm like, D's nuts.
To her fucking dad.
I'm like,
Yes!
me and his girlfriend start laughing, and Alexis is like, you're an idiot. And our dad's just like, what? He's like, okay, but like, what is DN? I'm like, oh my God.
He's gonna make me
Say
do
it
it again. Maybe you didn't hear me the first time. These nuts.
How cold was it up there?
Bro, fuck it. I mean, okay.
Bro, fuck it.
So,
Fuck yeah, dude.
Was it? Motherfucker, we went up there with shorts and fucking drank some fucking Long Island.
Said, fuck it.
Mama.
so, like, to be fair, when I was working on the planes in the Air Force, I had to deal with like negative 10 or 15 degrees like for 6 months every winter.
Mhm.
So the cold doesn't bother me that much. Chicago, however, not only is it cold, but I didn't see the sun for like 6 days. I was kind of fucking pissed because it's the winter. The sun's on vacation. It's here in Texas.
It's here. It is mine.
Yes, we came back, and I'm like, oh my God, like vitamin D.
Finally.
Oh, God shines upon me once again. Oh.
Great flashbang in the sky graces me.
Like, I don't like. Okay, I like going up there to like the north to visit her family. They're in Chicago and New York. I don't like anyone else because I'm from Texas. I'm a Southern boy. I hold doors for people. I'm respectful.
You ain't gonna get that in New York, baby. You
Yeah,
ain't gonna get that.
people up north, you cross the street and you wave to them and they will look at you like you're a psychopath.
Dude, I held a door for a guy. I held a door for a guy, and I'm pretty sure he called me a slur. I'm talking about the
First-hand experience. I don't think there's a time in my life when I was living in the north that I held the door for somebody without being called like a really, really bad word.
It's kind of funny to see the difference because my family's from Maine, but I grew up in Alabama. And so I was raised to say sir and ma'am to everybody, but my siblings weren't. If you said sir or ma'am to anybody under the age of like 65, you will get slapped.
So
they don't care.
I learned that too because I usually just called people like, okay, so working in retail your whole fucking life, that's
Yeah.
what you do, right?
Yeah, yes sir, yes ma'am. Please,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you.
just the usual bullshit. Well, one day,
Have a good
and
one.
this is where I kind of dropped the term from my vocabulary and became a lot less like give a shit about you.
friendly.
Yeah, and it was that day because I was on the phone with a guy and this was my last day at GameStop, and I'm sure I've told you this on stream already about what happened, but he threatened, the place with a gun. And he started going off as soon as I called him sir. And that was like before any of the threats or anything. I went, how can I help you, sir? Just how can I help you, sir? Normal shit.
Yeah.
And he just fucking flew off the rail. That was the end of it.
That was
It's like I spit on his fucking mother.
that was his fucking awakening.
Should have.
And I was like, what the fuck made you go 8th gear that quick, bro? Like, what the... Like, I don't get it. Like, I'm just trying to be... Like, there's nothing about me that's giving off bad vibes.
I'm doing my job.
Yeah, I'm doing my job. I'm sorry that you can't get, like, $30 for your fucking The Last of Us 1 scratched up fucking crack. like, I'm sorry that you can't get that, but like, you don't need to pop off on me because I said sir. Like, that's just not it. So I dropped that shit from my vocabulary, and now I just call people fucker.
As you should. I remember working my old job, the sushi place, and one of my we had this habit of like, if there's more than one person, we say thank you guys, just as a general use term.
Yeah.
And I remember this couple came in, and they were very clearly lesbians, and one of them did not like that we said thank you guys, because she assumed that we were calling her a man, and she got pissed, and she just started screaming and raising hell, and
Start screaming.
like, she was so mad, like she was about to jump the counter mad.
Oh God.
And I just kind of walked into the back, and because it's a sushi place, we have a torch for albacore and stuff.
Oh God.
And I came out with the torch, and I was like, "All right, you gotta settle down."
Just slam it on the table. We're gonna have a problem here.
I just stood there with the torch in my hand until she went away.
Just walk over, put a fucking put a fish on the table.
Bruh, this is fucking. This is food service. I don't give a shit.
We're gonna have an issue.
I've dealt with motherfuckers who, like, when I worked at the when I was a baker, people would see cake we have it on display, and they'd say, "I want that," and I'm like, "Okay," it's like $5 for that slice of cake, and they're like, "Okay," so they'll pay the money. I'll prepare the slice for them. I'll put it on there. They say it's too small. I'm like, "This is the size you pointed at." And like, "Well, it's too small. Get my money back." And like, "Yeah, I already charged your card. I can't." And they're like, "Okay, well then give me 2 cakes." And then I gotta charge you again. No, I'm like, no, you're not charging me. Just give me 2 cake. No.
I don't think that's how this is gonna work, Chief.
I'm simply going to say no.
Like, customer service shit just fucking, like, I think, especially in the north. The south, okay, so back to that topic, because I've lived in both now. The north, it's like people are very much more straightforward with how much they hate you.
Yeah.
And it's 9 times out of 10 everybody, so you just kind of prepare for that. Like, your skin just gets thicker as time goes on. Eventually, like, after a while, just getting called the N-word and everything, you're just like, it's nothing. I literally feel nothing anymore. Like, if I don't get called a fucking whatever, like, any given day, it's almost like weird. So, like, I'm super used to it in the north. Coming down here, though, I've barely heard it as an insult. I've barely been slung at it. Nothing. But you guys are not fucking exempt. The South is full of nothing but passive-aggressive people.
Yeah.
Hey, bless
He's
your
not
heart.
wrong.
Exactly.
Bless your heart.
Exactly what he said. Bless your heart. That's the one.
What's
That's
another one?
that is the
There's
Christian N-word.
It's like bless your heart. It's like, oh sweetie, or
Oh,
It's-
honey.
it's like endearing ways to tell you you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, like it's the most passive aggressive, like, talking down to you ways that a guy can talk to you, and it's usually I'm just not okay. So guys are more aggressive, but the women are the ones you should fear.
Yeah.
Women are the worst.
Yeah, they're the worst.
You should fear them.
Women are
They
the
make
worst.
you feel bad while sounding like they're
Because
complimenting.
they're gonna sound like this is just a normal fucking day for them, just out in the fucking the gallery, just picking out what they need for their groceries. And you are just a blip on their screen while they go, "Bless your heart, honey," and you're like, "Oh."
My favorite's oh honey pie.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Fucking.
I-
Yeah, I agree with you.
I hate it. I
Yeah,
hate it.
It's
Just
bad.
be forward with me. Hate me to my face.
Luckily, there's enough like in the area that me, Sean, and Tim live in.
What's up?
There's enough diversity that we don't get it as much. But certain areas you do, and it's really bad.
This place is pretty diverse too. It's not too bad. I'm not complaining that I get it so much. In fact, this is way more friendlier.
I hate seeing other people. Fuck. God.
I mean, I do.
Tony be like, oh what? Oh, I do one walked in today.
Yeah, no, as soon
There
as
goes
somebody
the
walks
neighborhood.
in, I just want to fucking. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I don't get that many problems down here. I guess it's because everybody just minds their own fucking business. But if by the off chance you do happen to get into somebody's business. God forbid. You just get ripped open.
Everybody-
You wouldn't even know it.
Everybody where we live wants to be in your business. They
Uh,
make it their
yeah.
business.
I've been around like the other states and in like New Mexico, and I've been to like Arkansas and shit. Like, yeah, I can agree with that. Texas, yes, for the most part, except Austin. And I say that because it's like they're passive aggressive, but it's more loudly aggressive and somewhat passive. Good example. I'm in class. I just got out of the Air Force, and it's one of my game development classes. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, this is cool. No one's called me a piece of shit in like 2 months. I think I'm okay.
W.
Yeah, and so our professor is talking about like the current state of the industry. It's still young. And he's like, like companies are going to make mistakes and shit, but how they handle it is important. Like as we just saw with like Blizzard and shit.
Oh,
And-
mistakes.
And this one girl says like, well, like I don't know any company like that would be worth. Like, I don't know any job that would be worth selling your soul and your life for. And I saw her eyeball me, and I'm like, I'm sorry that your taxes pay for my college. I don't know what to do. And then this other dude pops in. I can't hate on him too much, but I'm going to anyways. And he's like, well, like, I don't understand how someone could just sell like their morals and their ethics to a job and do something like, like something that would hurt other people, because at that point you're not even human. And I'm like, well, you're not wrong. I was a number, but it still hurts. And also,
You didn't have to
fuck
come
you.
at me, dude.
Like, I helped stop like pirates from ramming a boat, a cargo ship into a naval bay. Like, fuck you.
No, that's all voided because what you did. No,
No,
any good deed you ever do is now voided.
The thing is like none of them were even looking at me or even addressing me. Like, for whatever it is in Austin, people will fucking pierce you with their passive aggressive words. And sometimes they'll be so good they won't even fucking mean to. Everyone here is just like, if the shoe fits, fuck you.
And honest to God, if it wasn't for my mother, I'd probably be dead right now. Because she hit me with passive aggressive every single day.
I was such a dick when I was growing up.
On God, bro. If it
Same.
wasn't, I gotta thank her for that. If it wasn't for the passive aggressive, every fucking day, every one of these bitches that get me with it, they're nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I've dealt with so much worse than you, honey.
Fucking same, dude.
Like, nothing will ever be worse than dealing with the passive aggressiveness of your parent.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, bro. On
Like-
God.
So, like, I grew up. Okay, I don't know if you can totally see, but like half my face is fucked. I'm
I
also.
don't mean to laugh at that. I'm sorry.
Todd is
It
like,
was the way you said it. I'm so
look at him! Oh,
Shut the
he's
fuck
like a coin.
It gets funnier, I promise. So, I was born with face cancer.
And there he goes again. He can't help himself. Look at him. Yeah, that's why he bought my shirt.
Everything's funny to me, okay? All right.
And so,
Damn.
It's because of his passive aggressive.
Yeah.
so I had this, like, growing up, and everybody made fun of me. My mom would just kind of sit there and be like, hey, like, it's just you. God made you this way. You're perfect how you are. And then at a point,
Oh shit.
there,
You get
Damn,
banned?
what happened?
I timed out. I wasn't talking. Oh,
Oh,
God.
shit.
Stupid ass.
You dumb fucker.
We're fine. We're fine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
God, remember
Cancer,
how
go.
Tim's fat?
Cancer, go.
so,
Too fat for the call.
oh, fuck. Yeah, it was like, growing up, she was like, oh, like, like, you're okay. Your face is fine. And this and that. And then as I got older, she kind of like conditioned me to, like take the hits. She wouldn't ever like outright make fun of my face, but goddamn, she made me feel fucking stupid. And then I think it was like in high school, I finally understood it. Because there's always a point where you're just like, my parents are dicks, like whatever. Like I hate them, man, they're mean. And then I remember one day, my mom was like fucking plastered at a Chili's with all of her friends, and I was there because I don't know. And my mom was like she made like some kind of joke and like made a dig at me. She was like, "Oh yeah, he plays rugby," and then like pointed at my cast because I broke my leg, and she's like, "You can see how well he plays." And
Holy shit.
and one of her friends was like, "Don't let her talk to you like that, sweetie. Like she doesn't mean it. Your mom loves you." And she turned to her and she's like, "Shut up, bitch. I do love my son, but he needs to be tough. Look at him."
Look at him.
Holy shit! She hit you with the 1-2.
I'm fucking gone.
How old were you when this
I'm
happened?
gone.
How old were you?
I was like 18. Like,
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah,
did
that's not
your
bad.
friend- did your friend's
and I
mom give you
understood
sloppy?
it, but like,
Sorry.
it's your mom. It's not supposed to hurt that bad.
She hit you with the fucking razzle and the dazzle.
To be fair, I was kind of a nightmare as a kid. Like, I punched a kid in the face for touching art on the wall in elementary school.
Beat the shit out of him. Fuck him.
No, this is gonna be at some point. This is gonna be drunk Will story time.
I love it. I love drunk Will story time.
Stuff. But I was like in elementary school. I was like 5, 6 years old, and my mom was friends with the art teacher. So she would always hang out with us, and she'd give me special attention and be like, "Oh, Will, your macaroni art is so inspiring." And I'm like, "Thanks, I haven't touched it yet." And she'd always tell us, like, "Hey, we're going to put everyone's art on the wall, but don't touch it. They work really hard on it. All right? Don't touch it." So we're in line for lunch, and there's this kid in front of me, and he's looking at it. And I'm sitting there as, like, this sophisticated 6-year-old of, like, yes, I admire the arts here as well. And he reaches up, and he touches a macaroni. And I tap on his shoulder, and I said, "Hey, don't touch that." And he said, "Okay." It was like, "Someone worked hard on that." And he's like, "Okay." I just fucking popped him in the face.
I was expecting like he touched it again or he like grabbed it and threw it down. No, you just clocked him?
No, he dead ass looked at me and was like, "Okay." And I'm like, "All right, it's time to pay for your sins."
Is it gonna be like the most Patrick Bateman stare?
God
He's
has
just,
come
okay.
to reap the sinners. Here's the skinwalker.
And I remember I get sent home. My mom,
You would think.
she's like, "Go to your room." And I hear her call my dad on the phone. She says, "Come fix your child," because they're split. And so he comes up, and I'm sitting there, and for whatever reason, I'm like 6, watching Fox News on my tiny TV. And he just sits on the bed, and he said, like, did you punch a kid in the face?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Why?" He was like, "Because like he was touching the art on the wall." I just heard him sigh, and then out of nowhere, I was getting my fucking ass beat.
Holy shit!
And the fucking best part
The best
was
part?
that the next day, I became best friends with that kid. Like, throughout high school, I was friends with this kid.
You know what? That's a pretty good ending to that story besides the ass beating.
At no part of the story did I know where it was going.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I had no fucking clue.
No, I was a nightmare as a kid. Like, fucking, like, one girl was like, "Go scare my brother because it's funny." And I jumped up and I was like, "Rawr." And he's like, "I don't scare you." And I was like, "You don't scare me." And I'm like, "Okay." So I just started choking him. There's no time.
Gonna make him see his entire eyeglass before his eyes, just like, "Oh, you're not afraid?" Oh, no!
I'm not afraid of you. You will be.
Oh God.
You seeing angels yet?
My favorite one. My favorite one ever. So when I was young, I did have to get a surgery on my face because the cancerous birthmark. So I had this whole scar up here, and right here you can see that there's like some darkness. That's where hair grows because that's from behind my ear.
Mhm.
Because this little shitbag in pre-K made fun of me and like fucking tormented me all the time because looking different is bad.
Yeah, that's
It's terrible. If you look different, you're fucked.
I learned early on the concepts of I'm not making that joke. Anyways, so I'm on the monkey bars. It's my turn. It's my fucking turn. I waited 5 minutes.
It's my
I've been in
fucking
line
turn.
for, but look at my number.
I go and I grab it, and I hear him giggling, and I'm like, I won't pay you any mind. It's my turn on the monkey bars. I get to have this moment, and then I go and I swing and I reach for the next one, and as I'm reaching, I feel another hand pry my other hand open, and one push me forward. So I fall face first onto the rocks because it's Texas and in the playground rocks are safe. And one of it tore open the stitches right under my eye.
Ooh.
So I next remember sitting in the principal or like the reception office of like the YMCA, eating like a sandwich with the receptionist looking at me and like shaking and screaming, seeing like the blood pissing out of my face, where I'm holding a napkin there because I don't know what's happening, and I go and I get it fixed. And a couple years later, my mom takes me to a Target. Y'all have Target up there, right?
Yeah, we have
Target's everywhere.
So she takes me to Target. She said, "Hey, I'm gonna go get groceries. Like, go look at a toy or whatever. I don't care." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm like running over like to the game aisle, and I pass this little like kiosk, and it's Bionicles. I'm like, "Ooh, Bionicles."
Brain lights up.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, "Ooh, look at that!" And this other kid comes up, and he says, "What's your favorite one?" And I was like, "I like the red one." And he's like, "Oh, cool. I like the blue one." We talk about Bionicles.
I'm probably gonna punch him in the face after that. I like the blue one.
He's like, super cool. He's like, "Yeah, I like these Bionicles. There's a story behind them." And I was like, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I don't know because I'm 7." And he's like, "That's okay." And so I'm looking at one, and he's like, "Hey, by the way, I wanted to say I'm sorry." I'm like, "For what?" And he was like, "Well, I recognized you. I pushed you off the monkey bars, and I really hurt you in preschool." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I'm not paying attention. And he said, "Okay, well, I'm going to go see my mom. Goodbye." And he walks away, and I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, "Man, this is a really cool Bionicle. It's like $12. It's orange." And wait a minute. And I fucking race back after this kid. And I remember I see him turn, and he points, and he goes, "Oh, Mom, that's the kid." And I just fucking plow this kid into the ground.
Holy shit.
He just hits the ground, bewildered, and his mother's like, "What the fuck?" And then the bloodlust recedes, and I realize what I did, and I run to like the produce section, and my mom's like, "Did you find a toy?" And I'm like, "No, I want to go home."
We gotta go.
Like, "Okay." And I never fucking saw him again.
We
Holy
are
shit.
leaving.
I was
Holy
a
shit.
fucking monster as a kid, dude.
Wow.
Hello, Kuro.
The only fucking story I can think of at this very moment that's noteworthy is the fact that I almost got killed by an emu when I was like 8.
What the fuck?
What?
This was in Alabama.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, an emo as in like a...
Like an emo kid?
Like-
Oh.
Emu.
Like the fucking bloodthirsty bird.
I thought some
Oh.
goth kids got really rowdy. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
No.
Emu's another word for a pedophile. So... I got really scared for a second. Go ahead.
It's not a pedophile, right?
I want to go home. It's not a pedophile. It's a bird.
Alright.
It's a very
Okay.
angry bird.
Okay, we're good.
So, okay, the story gets weirder because I live in a cul-de-sac.
You live in a what?
I lived in a cul-de-sac.
A cold sack? That's another word for it. That's another word.
I don't know how to say the word. I have a speech problem. I
No,
lived
you're
in
from
I just
Alabama.
lived in a neighborhood. Okay.
I thought you left in a sack or
At the
something.
end
I
in
don't
this
Yeah.
at the end of this neighborhood there was a just this big fenced in area that
This
people
big
would
bird.
rent out for stuff. And somebody bought it. And they put up a sign
Big bird.
that said it
Shut up,
said
Tim.
something. It was like an actual warning, and I don't know what it said because I was like 8 and I wasn't paying attention to the danger. And me and my brother had a habit of just like climbing fences and just going exploring because we were children. He was a much bigger child. He was 13. So we jumped the fence, and we saw like there were cows. I remember distinctly seeing cows. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." It's something you see pretty often in Alabama. And then I just see this big old bird. Never saw a bird that big before.
That's a big bird.
Yeah, it's a big fucking bird. And my brother, being a very great older brother, ran. Didn't tell me to do shit. He just fucking ran. And so I'm being chased by this bird. And he finally tells me, like, hey, that thing will kill you. And I was like, oh, I'll die if I don't leave right now. And I remember I lost my favorite jacket that day, and it had frogs all over it. But that thing, like, grabbed my hood and was trying to pull me back over the fence. And that's probably why I don't like birds, because that thing literally, like, almost killed me.
That's fucked up.
It would have, yeah.
If
I've
I
had
was-
so many near-death experiences in my life, it's not even funny.
How old were you?
I was 8. I was like 8 years old. Because we moved out of that neighborhood the next year.
If I was
into
8 and saw a
next
big
house.
bird, I would go into like kill mode. Like this is my challenge. Like I gotta
Just the
prove myself.
hands are up. I'm like ready to go.
No, I'd have a
I
rock.
think-
I'd have like a
I
big
thi-
rock, and like
I
it'd
think
be 8-year-old me versus a bird.
I think if I was a little
David
bit
versus
older,
Goliath.
I would have thought about murder, but I was like 8, and my first thought was, oh, I might die. Again.
I had no concept of death when I was 8. I think I would have like gone into like a fitful rage. I would prove myself to my father. I'd bring it back to him. Papa, I brought dinner.
I had a concept of death, but that's because I had already died once.
What?
And my mom, and that was horrible.
You
Yeah, I died.
once?
They had to resuscitate me.
You mean?
How'd you die?
Oh, it's called
I
recirculate.
was 4. That's a different story. I was 4, and my stupid ass sister, who was 15, decided to give 4-year-old Shauna a glass pitcher of Kool-Aid to carry outside. And being a 4-year-old with a pitcher of Kool-Aid, I dropped it, and one of the pieces of glass lodged itself into the bone of my ankle, and I don't remember much, but I do remember waking up in a taxi covered in blood with my brother crying, one of my older brothers crying, and then waking up in the hospital being held down by like 3 doctors while they were trying to sew my ankle shut. And then I remembered blackness, and that's it.
Oh,
That's all I remember.
You just played Dark Souls.
So
Holy shit!
now I have a fear of blood and broken glass, but
Girl,
not a fear of death apparently, because I keep almost dying.
Kuro's trying to like be poetic over there. It's like,
Yeah,
it's
he's
scary,
fucking.
but
He's too young. Don't worry. He'll get there.
Get him his Edgar Allan Poe like onesie.
I told you guys about my near-death experiences. I don't know if I told you about like the worst luck I had in like a span of a week.
Is that where you went to go to the beach and then you went under the water?
That was when I almost died.
and
Like
then,
actually.
And then your uncle went under the water, and then your dad tried to save your uncle, and your dad went underwater, and then the lifeguard came, and the lifeguard saw a pretty lady, even though the lady went under the water.
You just watched like.
I watched Baywatch.
Yeah, you watched Baywatch.
My bad.
Yeah, that's just Baywatch.
Oh,
No, that was the time I actually almost died. This I wasn't. I don't think I was like. I don't think I was in danger of dying. I mean, granted, yeah, the first time. Okay, so anyway, I was in 2 car accidents in a week.
That's comical.
Okay.
And those are all Ubers, right?
Beep, beep.
No. This was when I was in high school.
Oh.
And I was with my mom, and I think I was a freshman or sophomore or something. I don't know. I don't really remember much. But the first time was terrifying because it was in an interstate in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia interstates are like actual fucking hell.
Born and raised?
Yes. So we're perfectly still at a cross section where we need to like just drive forward and turn somewhere. Simple, right? There's a big highway in front of us that keeps going this way. Cool. We're safe, is what I'm saying. So what happens is there's a woman peeling off, and there's a truck behind her that apparently was riding her ass a bit too hard. And she takes the turn a little late. When she takes the turn late, she comes swinging right into me and my mom. Head first.
Oh shit.
And I was terrified because it was so much time. And it might not have been so much time, right? I don't know. But the concept of what was happening, I remember it so vividly that it felt like it could be anywhere between 5 seconds to 10 minutes. what I was
very,
seeing.
Very slow.
It was all just really slow. I remember every fucking thing about what happened. And I remember God, going back on it now. I remember her turning towards me and my mom going, "No, no, no, no," and she's trying to put it in reverse. And like it was fucking rough, right? You're seeing your mom panic right in front of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like and she's in the driver's seat, by the way. I'm just sitting here. So I'm seeing her fucking panic and I'm going, "Oh fuck." And lo and behold, right? And it really wasn't that much, right? It didn't like as far as damage wise, it didn't do much, and I wasn't hurt. Whiplash killed me though. Like my fucking body went whoom, and my head just fucking ringing. My vision was just and we got out of the car and like I have you guys ever been in an earthquake?
No.
No.
Oh wow, that's another one.
Before.
An earthquake usually like when you stand or try to walk, your body just kind of feels like it's just not in control, and it feels like every time you take a step, your body's just gonna get ready to just fucking fall.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I felt like getting out of that car. And I was so terrified of just moving anywhere, but I had to get out of the car. So I got out of the car and I'm like leaning against our car and I'm like, holy fucking shit. That was the first car accident I was ever in. And I was like terrified. I dealt with it. My mom was in way worse shape because she was like actually fucking, that's just how my mom worked too. But nice lady on the other end, she was telling us the whole situation and we understood and just the insurance and everything, whatever. So that was terrifying, but doesn't stop there. So my mom's car needs to go into the shop. So in lieu of her doing that and us not being able to rent a car, our cousin, or my cousin, is kind enough to let us use her car. And it's just pretty, fucking pretty. It's like a fucking Honda or some shit. I don't know. That doesn't matter. So we go, and I think we were going to like some gas station or something to just fucking get like a money order or something like that. And I'm in the car, and my mom's like, "I'll be right back." This was like a few days. I think this is a few days after. And my mom's like, "All right, I'll be right back. Don't mind me." She goes in. So, what are the fucking odds that lady to my right decides to back up just a little too much and cut the wheel just a little too much and just fucking slam right into the side of the car door?
On your side?
On my side. And I'm in the fucking car all alone. And my mom is in the fucking store. And a car just fucking whooped right into me.
Again.
Did the fucker stop?
I think, I don't remember. I honestly, that second one really did a number on me. So I don't really remember much of what happened after. I just remember getting hit and I'm going, this is my fucking luck. I'm like, this is how I go? Is God really trying to fucking kill me? So I remember my mom being pissed. I remember that was the day that I actually saw my mom almost throw hands. I remember that. And I don't remember my mom throwing hands any other time before that. But she would. But yeah, no, I almost fucking two car accidents in a week is like kind of fucking shit. And the whiplash is really, I think that's the worst fucking part. At least if it's a fender bender.
Sucks.
Obviously, a fucking car accident, if you're fucking walking out without an arm, that kind of sucks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Kinda.
But the whiplash on top of it probably doesn't help.
You just reminded me of a shit ton of stories, just all at once, Tony. Help.
I didn't want to get too hard into it. I wanted to tell the smaller one because everybody else did.
Fucking.
Did I tell you that one of my brothers got into he got into 8 car accidents in 4 months.
4 months.
Why is he on the road?
That's a car accident. What every? That's two
Hey,
car
okay,
accidents a week.
he is such a liability. Car insurance companies will not take him anymore.
Well, yeah, his KD ratio is out the fucking chain.
To be fair, 2 of them weren't his fault, but that still leaves him with 6 in 4 months.
That's still a lot.
One of the ones that wasn't his fault, he got cut off by a garbage truck, and he ended up underneath it. Didn't get a scratch on him. Didn't get a scratch from any of the car accidents. Don't know how, but I take his advice when it comes to car safety.
Even Diesel?
He might be. Another one, he was at just a stop sign, and there were 3 cars in front of him and 2 behind him, and somebody hit the back one, and it was just a domino effect.
Oh, I know what you mean, yeah.
That one wasn't his fault. But there was one where, I don't remember all the details because I was like 14 when it happened. He had completely totaled my mom's, it was one of the Cougars that had a sunroof from like 2002 or something.
Oh, the car.
Oh.
Yeah, the car.
I was thinking the same shit. I'm like, I'm about to make a cougar joke.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah. Go ahead. I'll let you get it out of your system. Go ahead.
Damn.
Oh,
What the cougar doing?
Oh, Hooters that?
Hooters.
Shashunga.
It was
Shishunga.
It was one of those Cougars. I think it was one of the ones from 2002 or whatever. It was an older
Yeah,
car.
like a blonde.
And it had a sunroof. I don't know the details. I know he hit the railing of a bridge.
Hmm?
He would have ended up in the Chattahoochee. He hit the railing of the bridge. The engine was inside the car, and somehow his seatbelt broke. He got launched up and didn't lose any limbs. I don't know how the fuck he did that.
Will's got his hands up.
Will's got his hand up. What's up, Will?
what's the Chattahoochee?
No,
What is?
the Chattahoochee's a river.
Chattahoochee's river.
Part of the
Okay.
Chattahoochee tribe, the
I
Native
don't-
Americans.
I don't.
The Chattahoochee runs through a few states. It's just a really
It's a
big
big
river. It's
long
really,
river.
really,
Chatta-
really dangerous.
Who's Chatta and why do we name a river off for Hoochie?
It's a really dangerous river. Certain places in
honest.
Alabama it floods so bad whenever it rains that you can't go into those areas at all.
Look, if it ain't the Rio Grande, I don't know what it is.
It's real dangerous. That's all you need to know.
It's Rio Danger.
It's so dangerous. Thousands of people
But
raft down
like,
it.
motherfucker got launched through the sunroof. The engine was in the car. He should have lost his legs. We don't know how he got launched out of the car. Nobody knows how.
Motherfucker double
my
jumped.
dad- My dad doesn't wear seatbelts anymore because of one car accident that almost killed him. And it launched him out of the back window of his car.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so
Wait,
I
because
was like,
the seatbelt launched him,
Huh?
or
oh no, because if he was wearing a seatbelt, he probably would have gotten decapitated.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was like that bad. I didn't hear or see anything because I was so young. I think I was like 5.
Goro, fuck off.
Fuck.
I was like 5
Of
when
course,
this
eh?
happened, and I remember my mom was taking it very seriously, and I had no fucking concept that my dad was dying in a bed, and I was just like, "What's going on? Like, it's my sister's birthday. Where is he? Question
Oh,
mark? What's
Fuck.
going on? Wait." And she's like, "Your dad was in an accident, and he's recovering in the hospital." And I remember hearing later from my dad when he was telling everybody about what happened, that basically like the doctors were like, yeah, if you wore your seatbelt, like, nah, bro, like you wouldn't have been fucking shit. And my dad was like, well, I remember pretty vividly what happened, and I actually know the street that it happened on and everything. But apparently, like, I think it was an oncoming collision or something like that, and he got hit so hard that his seat, right, and then he went right out the back window, and
Yo, is he Starsky?
something like that. I don't know. Dude's built different though. I've seen my dad do some fucking crazy shit. And the man's jumped off of a deck and cut his entire fucking arm open.
He's like, time to do it again.
And he beat the shit out of a guy that was stealing somebody's purse that doing that. I was like, you're fucking like, you're an anime character, brother.
Buy my shirt.
Like, yeah, buy my merch. Wear my shit while you do stuff. Yeah, my dad is like fucking actually built different. It's fucking crazy.
Dad beating the shit out of some dude. He's just like, good evening.
Oh, go watch my son's podcast.
He's just fucking.
Okay,
he's just putting someone in a sleeper hold. Fucking good evening, good evening, good
He
evening.
like beats the shit out of a guy, and then he just fluffs out a cap, and it's just a Baja fucking cap. He throws it on his body. He's like, "Call me later."
fucking bucket the guy you see my truck.
I remember my grandpa got into a car accident. He was old, and he broke his neck, and he was alive, and he was in the hospital. And I was like 9 or 10, so I didn't really know what the fuck was going on. But I watched a couple episodes of House, so I knew how.
Oh, so you knew it was lupus?
I knew those little. Yes, I knew it was lupus. I also knew those little monitor things, how they worked, completely as a child. So my dad picked me up and went to go and visit him in the hospital. And so he's sitting there, he's telling us how like he had the dog in the car with him, and some dude cut him off and T-boned and hit him. And he was just like, the dog fucking flew this way, but the dog's fine, and my neck's broken. It's fucking bullshit. And I'm sitting there just zoning out because I'm a child. And I look and I see on his monitor, his heart rate monitor screen thing, it's just like, there's a bunch of lines I don't understand because I can't read. And there's one big white line that's just flat. And I'm like, Grandpa, you're dying. And he looks at my dad and he says, Bill, take your son out for a minute.
Get him the fuck out of here.
And so my dad
Hit
takes
him
me
with
out.
that good evening.
My dad like takes me out and gets me like a little soda, and he's like trying not to laugh. I'm like, what? Like, Grandpa's dying. He's like, no, Grandpa's fine. It's okay. And
then you punched your dad.
as I come back, my grandpa is like telling everybody, like, finishing a rant that I will never hear. The only last thing I heard was, and I'm glad that little fucker is not my doctor. I was gone for 5 minutes.
That man literally sent you away so that way he could save you from the asshole tearing he gave in the background.
Dude was such a dick. When I was little, I'd walk in because I'd go spend the summer with my dad. And
Fuck. I gotta start talking more. I gotta start talking.
Fucking, he was a dick.
Start making noises randomly, we'll understand.
Yeah.
And I'll like go visit my dad over the summer, and he lived with them because they were old. And I'd go and I'd hang out in like their room when I'm done playing on my PlayStation, and I'd go visit my grandpa. And one day, I went and I visited my grandpa, and he was watching porn. And I just sneakily walk up behind him, and I'm just staring at it. I'm like, "What's that?" And he just like pauses it, and he looks at me. He's like, "You see that?" Yeah. And he's like, "You know what that is?" I was like, "No." And he's like, "That's fine. You're never gonna see it anyways." And then he just
Holy fucking savage!
This man would give me Barbies for Christmas and say, "Look, here's your girlfriend for the year." And this, like, he was an absolute dick, but it was fucking funny.
That's fucking funny as shit.
We went to a Target because he wanted to return some pants, and my grandma took me to get a smoothie. And when we came back, he was screaming at the manager. And he's like, "Take back the pants." And they're like, "No." And he said, "Fuck you." So we're all going back to the car, and I sit in the passenger seat sucking on my fucking smoothie. And the manager's running out, and he's like, "No, it's fine. We'll take it. We'll take the pants back." And he rolls down the window, and I just see a big hand grab my smoothie, and I hear, "Take this." And he just chucks it at the guy, and it lands just so the lid hits facing him and explodes all over his face. And he was banned from that Target.
Your fucking dad wonders why you're punching toddlers in school.
Yeah, like my grandpa was kind of a dick, but
we had today was speaking of punching toddlers. Today, we had a pretty funny thing happen. It wasn't really. I feel like this is a good way to come down from the parents being super abusive story. my friend comes by and he's like, so I had a manager in the making yell at me today. And I was like, the fuck you mean? He's like, well, this kid, about 3 or 4 years old, is watching me as I change these mods, and I'm kind of just scanning things. I'm just, going through the rounds. And he turns to me and he goes, hey! And I finally turn around and I'm like, what? What's up? And he's like talking to him like he's a kid. He's like, what's up? And the kid goes, work. And he goes, are you fucking kidding? And he just walks back to tell me that happened. I'm like, this reminds me of that one. I tell him about the one idea I had. I was like, if we could just have one good free slap to a customer a day, I'd have used it on that kid.
Hell yeah.
If I got one free slap in retail per day, I would, 1, be able to suffer through retail. 2, be a lot happier.
If I had one haymaker a day.
And this kid would have fucking abso-fucking-lutely. I would 100%. I would have stared at the mom while doing it. I would have looked her in the dead windows of her soul. I would have right there.
Stared at the kid, you like,
And she'd be like, "Why'd you hit my kid?" I'd be like,
He's fucking
"Intuition. I was saving the future."
Fucking. Do
parental guidance.
you guys want to hear the strangest car accident story?
Do we have time?
We're at
it's
hour
not-
24. Go for it.
It's not super long.
Go for it.
This is my buddy's story. The short version. He was coming back from It was about 2 hours away. I'm not gonna say where because
See you,
but
Kuro.
he was coming back from
Bye, Kuro.
a weekend away, and he was on his way to work. He was going straight from where he was to work. Doesn't call me to let me know what's up. Nothing. He calls me after work. I can't stop laughing at him because he got hit by an 18-wheeler. He was fine. First off, he was driving, got hit by an 18-wheeler.
Only 6 of them hit.
The the 18-wheeler hit 5 other vehicles after him.
Oh, that's where the rest of them went.
We found out later the 18-wheeler was stolen.
Oh.
By a child.
I forgot to mention that this specific friend is African American. Whenever the tow truck guy got there, he was racist.
Fuck.
But he took him, and then they got pulled over. The tow truck guy had cocaine.
Alright, so you get in a car wreck. Some tow
So
truck
he was
guy
in a
calls
car
you a
wreck?
slur.
He was in a car wreck.
So he was
By a
not only a
stolen
car wreck,
18-wheeler.
stolen 18-wheeler.
Stolen 18-wheeler. Not
Stacked
the only victim.
6 cars behind him.
The tow truck driver.
Racist tow truck driver who's also holding cocaine.
And you got pulled over.
That is a southern fucking joke if I ever seen one.
This isn't the end of it.
Oh god.
The cops pulled him over. They blame him. They
For the
both got
cocaine.
arrested, but they were like super like trying to get him.
Oh,
specifically.
and the cops.
Yeah.
Got
He
it.
sat in jail for 6 hours.
For getting hit by an 18-wheeler.
It's because
They didn't even check the other guy. They didn't think to check the white tow truck driver. They were harassing my poor black friend. And he was like, you've already piss tested me. You've follicle tested me. I'm very clearly clean. And they were like, all right, well, we're going to go ask the other guy. And of course the other guy's saying that it was him. But he they did one test on him, and then they noticed all the track marks on his arm. And so they looked at my friend and they were like, all right, you're free to go. And they, no apology, no nothing.
Common mistake, it's sorry.
I need another tow truck driver.
You know how it goes, man. It's alright.
So he's on his way home. He had his in-laws pick him up. And their car breaks down. Their car broke down. This was 12 hours of this poor man's life.
That is
And-
fucking
Alright,
terrible.
alright. You're gonna get
He-
some recap in a minute. Go. Keep going. Now you got this. Keep going.
I got this.
He calls me after everything. Apparently he had given his girlfriend or his wife the wrong number by one number. my number is the easiest number in the world. And he was like, hey, because I was also his boss. He's like, hey, this is why I wasn't at work today, and I was in the middle of driving. I had to pull off the road because I was laughing so hard, and I felt bad because I was laughing at him, but it was the funniest story I'd heard in, like, weeks.
That is actually fucked.
Alright. Hit by an
Holy
18-wheeler. 5 other people got murked. The 18-wheeler was stolen. He then got a tow truck for his car. Tow trucker is racist.
And has drugs on him.
And has drugs on him. Tow truck guy gets pulled over. He gets arrested. Spends 6 hours in jail. Has to get tested. Eventually gets let go, and then gets taken home by family. And the
car breaks
down. And then the only person he can call
Fucks
is
up
you.
your phone number.
It fucks up my phone number.
No, you're the victim here because he was late to work. So I mean,
That's true. Yeah, he should have found a way.
He should have found a way.
That's
called laziness in the industry.
That's lazy. That's just we don't like that ethic.
He didn't find somebody.
He should have taken the dude's 18-wheeler.
There's 18 wheels. He told me he couldn't have used one.
You should have taken the coke to stay awake and then just gone to work.
Exactly. 12 hours of your day is already gone. You might as well get into the coke. Because otherwise you're just going to fall asleep.
I'm not going to lie, that is my favorite story. Whenever I'm feeling down, I think about that. I know it was his misery, but
You're
it's
like,
so fucking funny.
My day's pretty shitty, but at least I'm not getting hit by an 18-wheeler, getting picked up by a racist tow truck driver with mountains of cocaine, getting arrested, getting cavity searched by police, having my car break down, calling my boss with the wrong number. Pretty good.
Oh my god.
I love that boy. He's so good. He's a good boy, but holy shit!
You reminded me of my favorite fucking story.
Oh,
when I was
I'm ready.
I'm sorry. It's probably the last one. I need a swig for it.
Oh boy.
So, when I was like 8 or 9, over the summers when I stayed with my mom, she had to work. So she took me to this like daycare deal. And when I was there, I didn't have a lot of friends. I had like 2. One of them was this kid. I don't remember his name, but he was pretty cool. And there was another kid who had Down syndrome and who really liked Transformers. So this is around the time where they had the Transformers with like the little mini Transformers that you could put together. They'd make like swords and like shit. And so I got Optimus Prime.
Of course.
And this was when they released the Jet, where it's not that funny yet, Shauna. Hang on.
No, I'm sorry.
This is when they released the Jet, where you could set it to where like he and Optimus would fuse to make like the Jet Optimus. And this other fucking bastard who hated me over there for whatever reason, like he ran into me, knocked over my Skittles, and it was war. And he was like, "Hey, I have the Jet. You have Optimus." I'm like, "You are correct."
Oh, you told me this story.
Don't spoil it.
I'm not.
Every time I tell it, I remember more details. So he's like, "How about we put them together? We take turns playing." And I was like, "That sounds like a wonderful idea." So I give him Optimus. He puts them together, and he's running around. He's having fun. And I'm like, "Hey, that's cool. It's been like an hour in child's time. Can I play too?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "But half of that is mine." And he's, "No." I'm like, "But," and before I finish it, he just makes my Optimus and chucks it and shatters him. He killed Optimus.
You killed Optimus?
He killed Optimus before they did it in the second movie. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't say that because I was 7, but I was quite upset. So I go home, I give him a proper funeral with the rest of my toys and the dead Goku I had. And I didn't have a lot of friends, okay? And the next day, the fucking gall of this child walks in with his own Optimus Prime. And I'm sitting there and I'm angry.
You should have just choked him out.
And then I remember, no, this is better. And then I
What do you mean this is better? Hey, wait.
I remember the rule for the daycare: you have to share your toys.
Oh shit.
And I remember my friend who loves Transformers. I'm like, hey, I don't remember his name. I'm gonna call him Timmy. He's like, hey Timmy. He's like, yeah. I'm like, those are some really cool Transformers. He's like, yeah, they are cool. I'm like, you should go play with them. He asked to share, and he said, yeah, I want to. So he goes over and he asks, and the guy's like, no. And then it obviously upsets him. He tells the counselor, and the counselor's like, share the toys because we don't want children fighting because we don't really care about you guys. And so he gives him the Optimus and the Jet, and he's having a great fucking time. He's running around. He's like, meow, like flying around and shit. And I'm watching. I'm enjoying it because I know what's happening next.
He's watching the process before it even happens. He's like, oh yeah.
5D chess over here.
Because I let him play with one of my other Transformers before, and it was flying, and it broke. So he's playing with this other kid's Jet Optimus, and he's flying it around, and then he stops. He fortifies his like stance, and he rises him up, and I'm like, oh, here it comes. And he fucking football spikes it into the ground. Both pieces. And the other kid just starts crying. And Timmy was like, that was fun. And then walks back over to me. And I was like, that was fun, Timmy.
You did great, buddy.
Over at the kid with the most shit-eating grin a kid could make. And I'm like, fuck you.
You played 6D chess at a ripe age of 7, and I love it.
Yeah.
He came over. Oh, you did it, champ! You're hyping me up like a fucking football player. Like
You're like pouring Gatorade on the motherfucker.
I don't know if you remember, Will. When you told me that story, it was me, you, and some other people in GTA, and you literally kidnapped me, took me to the comedy club, and said, "We're doing comedy tonight."
It was you, me. It was Siri,
Kuro.
Tony, and Kuro.
Yeah.
I think I do remember hearing this story.
Because we would all do the little plane thing. We were like, meow, like running.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was great.
Shit was amazing.
It
You
is
were drunk as
fantastic,
shit.
but we are at our time limit.
It was a good time. I had a great
I
time.
had a fantastic time.
That was fun.
I'm
That was
quite
really
drunk.
Everyone, are the cookies done yet? You know how long it's fucking been?
Yeah, they're done. They're kind of like plates, so I'm letting them cool off. Like, if you want to see, like they turned out quite like this.
Oh my god, you did not space them out properly. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Jesus.
Look, I love to cook, but I like to cook meat and pasta and things. I hate baking because I make bricks, okay? And not wood kind.
Cringe. Anyway, Joe Smo, we're probably gonna be streaming later anyways. We're probably gonna play like Halo or League or something. But anyways,
Figure it out.
we'll be back on in a second. But that is it for the podcast. Anyone to talk themselves out. Names, go.
Hi, RXD Grave, or Red Grave, whatever you prefer, really.
Well, Will.
I'm quite gone.
That's Will. He's very drunk.
Ajmir, Agamar,
Agamar.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of both.
Ajmir.
I believe it.
Ajmir. Anyway, we got Vaughn right here. I'm Boicom. Go to the merch store. Buy Boicom merch.
No,
Nothing
buy
else.
Red Grave. Red Grave.
The Good Evening. It's a
Buy
better color.
both.
It looks
Buy
much
Good Evening
nicer.
from Red Grave.
It looks so good. You'll love it when you
No,
buy
the
it.
red
I like
looks so
the
better.
red.
I like
The red
blue.
is way
the
better.
blue is so